you spent some time with Edward Snowden. You got to know him a little bit. What was it that impressed you or even surprised you about him when you got to know him a little bit?
One of the first things I noticed about Edward Snowden when I actually had a chance to meet him was he has really good manners, which I wouldn't have necessarily expected. He's like a computer type of guy. They don't always have the social graces, but he's sort of an old-fashioned gentleman, and I don't know. I appreciated that. I think it probably has to do with his. He grew up in North Carolina. I think put more emphasis on good manners there than they do probably where I grew up in Southern California.
I think your parents would be proud of you. You have good manners. Come on.
I have good manners in public.
Okay, that's for another interview. But you did such a wonderful job, and after getting to know him and making this film, did you become more paranoid about what is going on in our world? About you're using your cell phone, using your computer. Did it make you really think?
Well, it's interesting you say. I don't think that thinking about things equals paranoia. I think it's good to think about things, and I think doing this movie did make me think a bit more. For example, when I join a website nowadays, and you have to check the box to agree to the terms of service, I never used to think about that even for a second. And now, I'm not going to say I read that whole legal contract because I don't think anyone really can except a lawyer, which is probably a problem actually. But I do try to think for a second, like, well, how is this working? What's this company doing? How are they making money? Etc. I think the internet is a beautiful thing, and I feel really grateful to be alive today. All this new technology I think is fantastic, but every technology can be used for good or can be used for bad, and it's up to us to try to think about, well, what are the potential downsides here?